between the members of April and former member Hyunjoo. And the day after that, it's pretty messed up. Grabe yung tension between the two parties. And a lot of things happened in just a few months of 2021. Like, nakakaloka talaga. I can't believe that the Pineapples turned their backs on Naeun and they decided to side with Hyunjoo because we always believe the victim first until that perpetrator is guilty of committing such a horrible crime like bullying. And then parang na-turn the tables yung mga naganap because a lot of fans are starting to doubt Hyunjoo because she is starting to make up the story. Tapos parang hinihingi niya yung sympathy from the netizens because she wanted to make April look like the bad guys and for her being the good guy or the victim of this issue. And then a lot of things happened since then, like just go. So anyway, what happened after the day I uploaded the video nearly 1 year ago. So after I uploaded the video, Naeun was dropped in guesting doon sa variety show, Taxi something, I forgot the name. Basta she was dropped in appearing that variety show in the middle of the controversy. And Naeun lost 100,000 followers doon sa kanyang Instagram. And like I said, the Pineapples are starting to turn their backs against Naeun and the rest of the members of April because of the controversy. And this greatly affected Naeun and the other members kasi they almost had it. Grabe, they almost reached the first win with the two recently released songs, Lala Li Lala and Now or Never. These two songs almost got them their first win, but unfortunately, it was halted due to this controversy. And then, few weeks have passed kasi silensyo yung mga naganap on the side of April up until on April 19, 2021, where Hyunjoo uploaded a post doon sa kanyang Instagram account. And she said, "The bullying began in 2014 when I was preparing for my debut and continued until 2016 when I left the group. I was 17 years old at the time and had to live in a dorm while preparing to debut. So I had to spend 24 hours a day with the perpetrators in a place where there was no one I could lean on. During those 3 years, I was forced to suffer because of violent actions and behavior, ridicule, swearing, and attacks on my character. And it was especially painful to bear groundless insults and attacks on the character of my precious grandmother, mom, dad, and younger brother." After pinost ni Hyunjoo yung post na yun sa Instagram niya, Chaewon and Yena called her out. And ang nauna nag-post ng kanyang Instagram post ay si Yena. And she said, "I always felt that one member was constantly pushing us away. When something happened to all of us, she thought of herself as the only victim, and even in a situation that arose by coincidence, she acted like we were the perpetrators." After nag-post si Yena ng kanyang Instagram post, Chaewon denied the allegations that she dated their group's manager. If you recall, doon sa mga accusations made by the younger brother of Hyunjoo doon sa previous kong video about the bullying scandal, makikita nyo sa screen right now yung mga allegations made by the younger brother of Hyunjoo, and one of them mentioned doon is that Chaewon dated yung group's manager at the time noong bago pa lang yung grupo. And she called yung allegation as nonsense. So, yun lang yung sinabi ni Chaewon doon sa kanyang Instagram account. But then, may hinabol pa si Hyunjoo, and she said, "I fell into darkness and could not see my way out. And I made an extreme decision, but it did not look as though they felt anything or felt even the slightest bit apologetic. Using the reason that my agency prepared for me, I ended up leaving the group. And as a result, I had to face repeated malicious comments, ridicule, and even the stigma of being a traitor. From now on, I will no longer stand by without taking action to protect myself, my family, and my acquaintances. So 2 months have passed, and then Naeun and Jinsol speak out regarding the allegations, and they personally denied these claims that they bully Hyunjoo. Kasi silang dalawa yung naging hot seat dito sa controversy na ito. If you can recall, Naeun and Jinsol were the only ones being accused of being the bullies to Hyunjoo. And then, nadamay dito si Chaewon and si Yena because of the incident. And like I said, Chaekyung and Rachel were not involved in this controversy because they were added doon sa lineup of April after Hyunjoo left the group. Then 1 week later, nag-interview yung April regarding what really happened doon sa kanilang dorm noong member pa si Hyunjoo doon sa grupo. So the article that I'm about to read is a bit long since the interview is a bit long. So the gist of the interview is that Naeun and the rest of the members narrate what really happened, including dito yung ninakaw yung tumbler ni Hyunjoo, yung ninakaw yung sapatos. It was included doon sa article kasi another of the accusations doon sa listahan that was made by the younger brother of Hyunjoo is that Naeun stole Hyunjoo's shoes doon sa kanyang dorm na hindi nagpaalam, and then Naeun stole the tumbler of Hyunjoo na hindi rin nagpaalam, and then tinago daw doon sa freezer or sa refrigerator. So I will read the interview that was included doon sa article. So the 4 members held an exclusive interview with Sports Kyunghang to speak up about the current situation. They said that their time stopped on February 28 were the victims, not the perpetrators. We are being cornered as evil people and treated like sinners, and we want to set things straight. Naeun, who was named as the instigator, added, I feel like I'm being driven to death. Tinanong sila kung bakit tahimik sila the whole time in the middle of the controversy. This is their response. It's because the agency told us to stay still. We didn't do anything wrong, so we thought the truth would be revealed if we waited. But we realized for the past 4 months that the occupation of being an idol is one that's difficult to receive understanding. There are some things we weren't able to share in order to protect April and former member Hyunjoo. The members also shared why they agreed to do the interview. Ang sabi nila, the misunderstandings seemed to grow further with only the agency's official statement and our individual posts. In addition, we got so angry when we saw Hyunjoo write, I will forgive you if you admit your wrongdoings and try to make them right. We've never done anything wrong or made a mistake to Hyunjoo. April has grown with the concept of clean idols for 7 years. There were some things we didn't want to reveal, but many people wanted us to share evidence. Now we want to show everything. And ayun na nga, dito na pumasok yung issue regarding yung ninakaw na tumbler and yung ninakaw na sapatos. At that time, there were 200 to 300 pairs of shoes at the entrance of our dormitory. The company gifted each member with 2 pairs of the same shoes for a total of 12 pairs. They're ordinary shoes that any rookie girl groups would receive. They're not expensive and there's no reason to steal them. It's not like we wrote our names on them and we didn't know which shoes belonged to which person. It doesn't make sense that we would steal shoes to bully someone. 4 of the members are size 230, so we would often get the shoes mixed up. At that time, we would just think, I wore the wrong pair. No one thought someone stole them with malicious intent. Naeun explained it is similar to this shoe situation. There are dozens of tumblers, nearly 100 of them, throughout the dorm and in the kitchen cabinet. There were so many that when our mothers came to help us clean, they said, you have more tumblers than Starbucks. You could even open a cafe. Many people wondered if it was doenjang soybean paste stew or cheonggukjang or fermented soybean paste, but it was doenjang stew. At that time, the agency prevented us from buying food from restaurants because we were on a diet. So we bought salad and fruits or got food from a convenience store. My mom made doenjang stew and froze it, so I heated it up, added tofu, and took it in a tumbler to work. The tumbler was red, not light pink, as Hyunjoo's brother had claimed. It didn't even have a name on it. When I used that tumbler, she wasn't even at the dorm. She was always sick, and at her request, she rarely lived at the dorms except when she was a trainee and early into our debut. I've never seen Hyunjoo use that tumbler before, and she neither said it was a precious item, nor it was given to her before her grandmother passed away. When she got very angry after seeing that tumbler that day, I apologized right away. I shared the stew with the members and washed the tumbler cleanly when I came home. So this next part contains a trigger warning and it contains suicidal thoughts. So itong interview na ito, it was pointed out that nag-attempt na magkitil ng sariling buhay si Hyunjoo because she was bullied by everyone. The members responded, all of our members were afraid of Hyunjoo, yet we bullied and ostracized her? That's absurd. Her brother wrote that after she tried to end her life. We realized what we did and apologized. That's completely wrong. We've never seen or heard her trying to take her life. Since we didn't know, we didn't apologize to her. If you think about it, who would ignore their own member when they're trying to take their own life? We would have naturally went to visit her right away. However, we didn't have cell phones and we didn't hear anything from the agency. We learned about the details after this incident occurred. We tried to comfort Hyunjoo, who was having a hard time living in the dorm, and there's even a video clip of us celebrating her birthday. We didn't film it for broadcasting, but we threw a real surprise party for her. Hyunjoo was really happy back then. If she really had been bullied, that kind of video wouldn't even exist. And they asked if they talked with Hyunjoo, they answered, she always said that she didn't want to be an idol and it was difficult being one. She said she wanted to be an actress. Ever since Hyunjoo was a trainee, she always said she was sick. She often missed practice and made it hard for us. She even missed 2 music show schedules. On September 11, she didn't show up for the rehearsal for KBS's Music Bank. At that time, we couldn't take pictures on our way to work and had to enter through the back of the building. We still clearly remember crying because she didn't show up before rehearsal and practicing the 5-member version of the choreography in a hurry. She came back before the live show saying, I should still do the live broadcast. So yung time na sinabi nila they were in Music Bank for the rehearsal, this occurred during their promotions for Tinkerbell. Since then, we weren't able to appear on the broadcast station while promoting that song, and we thought we had been penalized. For Tinkerbell activities, she didn't appear on NBC's show Champion. We didn't even know the reason. She didn't appear even before our live broadcast, and our manager told us to back home. We took off all our makeup and hair accessories and headed back to our dorms crying. The next day, our agency said we have to work as a 4-member group now, so we worked on the choreography all night long. Even at that time, we just thought, Hyunjoo must be sick again. So this next part of the interview, they discussed the rotten kimbap incident that was also mentioned dun sa mga allegations made by the younger brother of Hyunjoo. They explained, when we came back to the car after finishing our schedule, there was kimbap in the back seat where the youngest members were. It was May, and maybe it was because we left it in the car, but there was a foul smell. Hyunjoo started to spray a lot of perfume. Yena is sensitive to smell, so she quickly got a headache. And we asked her to stop spraying perfume, but she started screaming like usual. She was shouting so much, and the manager who was talking on the phone at the time told her to be quiet. Chaewon delivered the message and told her to lower her voice. Hyunjoo started cursing at her, and she even yelled at Yena saying, "Why are you opening your eyes like that?" The next day, she didn't show up for show Champion. We didn't think she missed the show because of that. We just thought that she was sick again, but we never saw her after that. When asked why they thought this incident occurred, they said, There's a limit to idols who live apart from their families without cell phones in their adolescence. We're adults now, but some of us were 14 to 15-year-old at the time. We weren't able to get along with each other during the short training period. Also, we can't get close to all the members, and we may not want to. Not everyone can get along. Is that so wrong? All girl groups are probably like that. We might get jealous of each other, and we may get hurt by words even though they're not intentional. But we endure it while trying to adjust to each other. We believe all idols, senior idols, and trainees will understand us. When we were living in the dorms, we couldn't say anything even if we were upset. At that time, we only did what the agency told us to do. We didn't even have time to take care of each other. We started missing each other and realizing how precious we are to each other when we lived separately after 5 years. But due to Hyunjoo, April fell apart. We hope she doesn't blame the members for the hardship she went through. And they started to talk about their plans for the future. They commented, "First of all, we'd like to apologize to our fans. All the members have devoted everything since their teens to make April what it is now. There were some issues, but we endured them well. None of us want the team to disappear in disgrace under the stigma of being a bullying group due to someone's distorted claim. Some of the members suffered from Hyunjoo's insincerity and lies and had such a hard time that they wanted to die. We hesitated to disclose all the information, but now all of us will do our best to explain, expose until it is resolved. We understand that the police dismissed the defamation case against Hyunjoo's younger brother and classmate. That just means there wasn't enough evidence to prove the claims were false, and not that the content of their posts are true. We will ask for a reinvestigation on charges of defamation caused by timely false information, and we hope that the truth will be revealed through a deeper investigation." So this next part of the interview was what happened before Hyunjoo left the group. In consideration of Lee Hyunjoo, who was having a difficult time with dorm life, our agency allowed her to use her cell phone, and they also allowed her to go back and forth from her home while promoting. However, we had a hard time because Lee Hyunjoo accused us of being criminals. They said that Hyunjoo frequently claimed the members stole her belongings. One day, Lee Hyunjoo said 100,000 won, or approximately $88, disappeared. Lee Hyunjoo named the youngest Jinsol, who was her roommate, as the culprit and said it would be somewhere like her pockets, and Jinsol fell to the ground and bawled at the humiliation while having her back pockets checked. She said all of our bags should be checked, so we emptied all of our bags. It felt like we were stripped. We didn't have rights. It was really unbearable. At the time, CCTV footage was checked from our dorm and outdoors, but such actions were not found. One time, Lee Hyunjoo claimed Yena and Jinsol tripped and hit me in the practice room. The CCTV footage checked and there were no such actions. She then changed what she said to claim it was in the hallway in front of the bathroom. Again, there were no such actions in the CCTV footage, and then she changed what she had said to claim she was hit in the bathroom with no CCTV. One member recalled there were 5,000 won, or approximately $4, practice sweats sold at the underground shopping center. They were navy and all the same style, so they couldn't be told apart. I took them out to wear after my mom put them in the drawer, and Lee Hyunjoo said, "Hey, those are my pants." I thought it was a joke and asked, "Why are these your pants?" She responded, "The length looks like my pants." I once again became a thief, and everyone came rushing over. My feelings at that time cannot be expressed in words. I thought, if I am with this person, I'll become a criminal. Because incidents like this happen so often, our members eventually wrote our initials and numbers on our personal belongings and underwear. Then the members said that the members suggested to Hyunjoo that they would eat together, but Hyunjoo refused to eat with them. And eto yung kwento ng mga members. She then went to the agency and said, "They went to eat without me." Lies like this continued repeating, and we were again summoned and scolded. We later got so stressed that we said, let's buy a video recorder. Then tinanong ng interviewer kung sinabihan ng mga members na itigil ni Hyunjoo yung mga kalokohan or yung mga kasinungalingan na ginagawa niya. And they replied, Hyunjoo didn't ask us directly. Normally, if one of your belongings disappears, you would ask first, have you seen this? Without that process, she went straight to the company and told them. Then we'd all have to gather up and be treated like criminals. That we bullied her? That's not true. Hyunjoo framed all of us. At the time she claimed that there was theft and violence, we looked into the facts with our company, but it was never found to be true. Also, other than Hyunjoo, no one ever said that their belongings had disappeared or that they were ostracized. Nothing remotely similar happened after she left the dorm. Then, tinanong ng interviewer yung mga members if they believe that the bullying issue was raised in the first place, and this is what they said. Hyunjoo was always sick and absent from practice. She was like a time bomb who could explode at any moment, so it was scary. We honestly had to be careful with our every word, but as members of the same group, we worked hard to understand her, take care of her, and get along with her because we wanted to protect both April and Hyunjoo. For Hyunjoo's birthday in February 2016, before she left the group, we organized a birthday party for her. We didn't film this video for a show. It's a real video from the birthday party. We turned off the lights and had a surprise party for her. And Hyunjoo was really happy when she was blowing out the candles. If she was really bullied and we had really bullied her, we would not have held a birthday party so happily. Then yung isa sa mga members also spoke out about the time when she bought shoes for Hyunjoo during a time na wala siyang money of her own and she was receiving allowance from her mother. And then she shared that she put shoes doon sa locker ni Hyunjoo na may kasamang letter saying, I wish you'll be happy on me. Then they added, Hyunjoo wore the shoes when she appeared on KBS 2 TV's The Unit. I was so happy. If I had perpetrated violence against her, would she have worn those shoes on the show? Then, to wrap up the interview, the members shared a few words that they wanted to say to Hyunjoo. I don't know why she's forgetting all of the happy memories with the members and only having distorted memories. It's such a shame. Because of this incident, our hard work from the past 7 years has come to nothing. We are in great pain as even our families are being criticized. April now has the title of a group of bullies, and even when time has passed, our members will live on with the title of perpetrator of bullying. We want to receive an apology from Hyunjoo, who brought this situation about, and we want to tell her to return things back to the way they were with her own hands. So, nag-explain na yung apat na members of April doon sa interview and detalyado sila regarding the allegations that was made by the younger brother of Hyunjoo, and it's really detailed as I read the article. And concise talaga. But then there are some fans who were saying na hindi kumbinsido yung mga sinabi ng mga members of April and that they're still seeing them as the bullies even though they already explained with the allegations made by the younger brother of Hyunjoo. Then, noong September 2021, Chaewon's mother called Hyunjoo out because she's a liar and she's making story about the bullying issue, and even the netizens are saying na parang gawa-gawa lang yung kwento and that she did not provide enough evidence na talagang totoo yung allegations made against Naeun and the rest of the members. So, they are calling out Hyunjoo for being a liar. Kaya, sinabi ko kanina, they are starting to suspect na nagsisinungaling na si Hyunjoo as time passed. I forgot to mention na in the middle of the controversy, Hyunjoo created her YouTube channel. And in the middle of the controversy, sus Mariosep. And then, I played all of her vlogs. Turn off yung comment section. Kasi before, it was turned off. Ang daming comments doon sa comment section of her vlogs saying that Hyunjoo, you need to explain, ganon. Hyunjoo, you need to provide evidence if this is true. Kaya doon na nag-speculate yung mga netizens that Hyunjoo is being a liar. So yun na nga, even Chaewon's mother was involved dito sa incident na ito. Well, I couldn't blame Chaewon's mother kasi you can see your daughter suffering even more kasi sangkot nga siya doon sa controversy ng kanyang grupo. For the rest of 2021, it's really quiet. We haven't heard or see any update about the bullying scandal up until the recent update noong January 7, 2022. Naeun decides to withdraw her legal action against the accuser who accused her of the bullying scandal na nag-start noong last year. And the accuser apologized and she admitted that the story or the allegation is false. So it took you 1 year, nearly 1 year, to realize that it's a made-up story to begin with. After nearly 1 year, you ruined the group's reputation and image. I was frustrated nung nabasa ko yung article kasi hindi ka ba nakonsensya doon sa ginawa mo? Are you happy na you ruined the group's image and reputation just because of this baseless accusation? Sinira mo yung self-esteem ng members of April kasi sa kagaguhan mo na ginawa mo. I am so sorry to say this word. Napakagago mo, sa totoo lang. I'm so mad kasi, why did she took so long to admit and apologize to Naeun na it was just a false story to begin with? I mean, it's just, it boils my blood and it boils me to anger kasi sinayang ng accuser yung oras and the time that we spent on looking on the bullying scandal and it was nothing. Like, wala lang. It was wasted. I was disappointed by the accuser kasi you shouldn't have said this in the first place. Kung hindi mo yun sinabi, dapat hindi na ito mangyayari. Diba? Kaya, naloka ako dito sa ganap. This is why I called out the accuser on Twitter. Kasi, I mean, siya naman yung pakana eh. Siya naman yung may pakana in the first place. She's the root cause of everything that has been going on nearly 1 year ago. And then, sadly, unfortunately, noong 3 days ago, April officially disbanded because of the controversy. And what's skeptical is that the day prior, bago nang announce ng DSP of the official disbandment, RBW, that is home to Mamamoo, One Us, One We, and Purple Kiss, acquired DSP. So that move made the netizens suspicious regarding this one. Yeah, it's really sad that April disbanded and they're trying to clear their names and they trying to prove themselves innocent dito sa case na ito. It's such a shame dahil they work so hard to strive their group para lang mag-survive. And even though that DSP mistreated a lot of K-pop groups before, Kara, Rainbow, and then ngayon, Card, and then April, and I'm worried about Mirai. I'm worried about Mirai talaga, sa totoo lang. Kaya, it's really sad kasi DSP can't handle this investigation properly in the first place. And that seeing the girls suffer for nearly 1 year because of that one baseless accusation, it's just tragic na we didn't get to see a comeback from April and they bounced back from the accusation that they are currently under hot water to begin with. I feel bad especially for Chaewon because she debuted like 4 times in different girl groups before April, and then her group disbanded again for the 5th time, and she has this curse na every time na nag-debut siya sa isang grupo, it's either they ended up being disbanded, or sa isang case na ito, it ended with a controversial disbandment, to say the least. And I'm here to say this: sa mga fine apples who turn their backs against Naeun and the rest of the members of April, wag na kayong bumalik, okay? Y'all turning your backs on Naeun and the rest of the members without even defending them and making them believe na they're innocent the whole time. I mean, wag na kayong bumalik, okay? You ain't a real fine apple to begin with because you turned your backs on them. And then to the accuser, like I said, I am angry at you dahil it took you nearly 1 year to admit and apologize to Naeun and the rest of the members na it was just made up. I hope kinakain ka ng konsensya mo for the rest of your life. And as that one character of Riverdale said,
"Oh well. Karma's a bitch."
Then to Hyunjoo, you are the one who caused all this. And if you're watching, I dare you to explain yourself. Kasi nagiging suspicious na sa'yo yung mga K-netizens and international fans alike na hindi ka nagpo-provide ng ebidensya against the members of April. You even threw them under the bus. Diyos ko! It's your former members, for crying out loud. And you're throwing away your memories with them just like that? Diyos ko! You're just a disgrace as like the accuser. Kaloka. And then lastly, I will blame DSP kasi hindi nila hinahandle lang maayos yung kaso. I mean, DSP is one of the worst companies of K-pop to begin with, right? We all saw what they did. They did dirty doon sa Kara and then sa Rainbow. And then, April. They messed up. They messed up pretty badly. They can't even handle their artists properly. So now I'm worried about Card and Miri in the future. And I hope that with the only 2 artists remaining under their lineup, the company lineup, I just hope they won't fuck it up. And doon sa Accuser and Hyunjoo, I hope that karma will hit you like a truck. Kasi you deserve to be criticized because of what happened. After everything that happened, you deserve to get the criticism from fans because y'all two are the root cause of this problem. I mean, April almost had it. They almost had their first win if it wasn't for you two. I'm disappointed with you two. Kaya sana makonsensya kayo sa mga ginawa ninyo. And to Hyunjoo, explain yourself. It's 2022 and we're still waiting for your explanation. I'm just mad. I'm sorry. If I'm angry, I'm just expressing my disappointment. Kaya, it's just, I have no words to explain on this one. But anyway, we will wish the 6 members of April their future endeavors, and we will see them once again in a few years if they will get to reunite. And hopefully, they will heal from what is happening from last year. And I hope that we will get to see them successful in their own career path. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!